Taking a cross-country trip? No, we're just going to the gym. This is my 2 gym bags. In the nice sunshine state of Florida. This is how the weather's been for the last few days, but yeah, we're gonna go hit some arms, guns. Sun's out, not really, but guns will be out. Yeah, I view driving as one of the more like time-wasting activities of mine because it's hard for me to be productive while driving. So like this is great, we can make some content. Usually it's the only time in the day too where I can justify and like put down my phone and be like, okay, I shouldn't be on my phone. So I guess there's a little bit of a trade-off trying to make content here, but if I wasn't making content, I'd usually be listening to a podcast. Really big into Justin Mahaley, bodybuilding and growth style stuff. I think this is pretty, everybody loves Joe Rogan, and that's cool, but I've been listening to the Huberman podcast a bit more. I feel like I can maybe learn something there. And then sometimes I will just put on some music that puts me in a good mood and allow that to just kind of be my time. Like I had a 20-minute drive yesterday, and I was like, you know what? Oh my gosh, we almost got hit by a flying goose? I don't know. It shocked me. It almost hit the windshield. Low flying fowl. But yeah, so sometimes I will just listen to some music. I'm all over the place there. This is the Bodybuilding Vegan Mobile. It's my blue Hyundai Tucson. I didn't intend to get it. I actually wanted, from what I saw online, the Kona. I tried to like fit in it. It was way too small. Not even that I'm that big. It's just a small car. So they're like, hey, why don't you try this one out? And I was like, all right, I'll try it. It had the auto lift gate on the back, so whenever I'm doing stuff with my clothing companies, I can throw stuff in there easy. And I didn't realize all the features that it had, but I needed a car because I was giving my other car to a friend. And that's been awesome. So got some stickers on it. And now I just kind of, I don't know, it's me. Maybe one day we'll get it wrapped green because then it'll match the hair and everything else. But all right, we're at Best Buy. Wonderful. How are you?
I am doing fabulous.
Fabulous.
Yes, life is beautiful. Kidding me?
All about perspective.
It is. Everything is perspective. Did you find
Going
everything
on
okay?
the business card. I did. Yes.
All right, sweetheart. That's going to be $26.86. All right. Would you like to donate to St. Judith's asking?
Oh, that's going to be hard to say no on being filmed. All right, we got a versatile phone holder. This is going to be so that I can make videos for you guys all the time. So, yeah, I'm going to stick this in my dash, and you'll see a lot more of this pretty face. All right, 5 minutes out from MI40. This is, if you're not familiar with bodybuilding, happy to explain it. It is one of the best gyms in the United States. It happens to be in Tampa, Florida, where I'm based out of, because I am now based out of here. I was living in Gainesville, Florida for 30 years. I moved here in June of 2023 specifically to be at this gym. Some notable people that you may or may not have heard of: Derek Lunsford. He became the new Mr. Olympia while, all right, not gonna turn there, we're gonna take the next turn, while I was training here. So it's been very, very cool to be around some of the best people in the sport. So I have to remind myself that even though I show up to the same gym every day and I see these people and it's become routine, it's become normal, this is anything but normal. This is a truly exceptional and short-lived experience in my life. So I'm trying to become really, really cognizant of that. And every time I come here, get myself in the headspace that you're in a good spot. This won't be here forever. Enjoy today. Don't take it for granted. So it's kind of what I'm doing right now, because at times bodybuilding feels really overwhelming. There's just so many T's to cross and I's to dot, and just so much to do. So much of my being is, I gotta eat this meal at this time, I gotta take this supplement at this time, take this shot at this time, check in at this time. And then, like, that's just like the maintaining of it. I actually have to go to the gym and perform So it sometimes feels like a lot of pressure, but I have to remind myself, yeah, there is pressure. Chris Bump said pressure is a privilege. This is a privilege to be able to get to do this, to make my money, to make my living doing this sport. And I don't get paid directly through bodybuilding. I'm becoming a better coach and having my space in the vegan world. That's how I get paid. But by being at this gym, I'm leveling up. I'm becoming a better competitor. And really, it's just, I had come here like twice before actually becoming a member. And I remember just being like the little kid in the candy store, like looking at all these cool, amazing people. And that's the thing. The equipment here is decent. It's not bad, but it's the vibe. Being around Derek Lunsford, Mr. Olympia, or my previous like super fangirling over Rachel Daniels, one of the best posers the sport has ever seen. She's literally changed the sport through her posing, and she became my posing coach. My in-person trainer, Adam. I mean, just name dropping all these people because they mean a lot to me, and I'm really grateful for this opportunity. So we'll maybe get into a little bit more. I'm having like some identity crises at time, like, do I still want to bodybuild? In my head, it's like I'm all over the place. But with my actions and what I do each day, well, I'm driving to the gym right now, about to get an arm workout on and put everything I have into this. So we'll let my actions speak louder than my internal monologue that just is on this hamster wheel of we're still figuring it out. This is me on E, like on empty, versus on full, which would be F. So I was like, if this is you on E, I cannot imagine you on F. But I could imagine you on D. If this might get edited out. Or not. Whatever. Y'all get all sides of me, including the stupid like middle schooler that thinks sex jokes are funny. Because you know what? They are funny. And if you don't like it, you can go watch somebody else. And if you do like it, hit subscribe. So we are at MI40. It's a little prestigious. Some of y'all are about to shit bricks. It's like 160 something a month for a membership. $160 US dollars. And the members are capped at somewhere between 160 and 170 members. To put that in perspective, the average crunch has like 10 to 12,000 members. We have 160. We do get some people that drop in with day passes and things like that. But I can come to this gym at 5 o'clock on International Chest Day, aka Monday, and I'm not waiting for a machine. And it's pretty freaking cool. Now, granted, I'll be real honest with you guys. The people in this gym are nuts. I'm like one of the smallest guys usually. So every once in a while, every 1 to 2 weeks, once in a blue moon, if I'm feeling small, I'll go to crunch. I'll feel a little bigger. And then I'll come back here and get put in my place. But, you know, for these reasons, this is why I'm in Tampa, is this gym. And every other aspect of my life has leveled up, whether that be my happiness, my finances, my relationships, both emotional and like romantic and not just platonic friendships. Everything has improved for my life once I got here. Some of it I think is just being in a new environment, being in one spot, no matter how great, for 30 years. It's just a little too long. But anyways, let's go inside. Let's go train and check this gym out. It's real when you got 2 gym bags. One stays put away, the other is with me all the time. So. What's up, guys? Before we train, I ran into our job, my friend, but also, I guess you could say assistant, protege, however you want to call it, supporter. He helps me take videos for you guys, especially for Instagram, helps me run some of the stuff in my house. He's a coach as well. What's cool about him is he is Indian, and he has a very good functional knowledge of vegetarian diets, because that's very common in Indian culture. So if you're a vegetarian and you're looking for somebody, he might be good to connect with. He's killing himself here on legs. He's probably not going to be super vocal right at the moment. He just finished the
No
set.
thoughts in my head right now.
That's how it should be. If you're talking like this and it's a leg day, you're doing something wrong. Getting some blood in the muscles. I'm going to progressively go a little bit heavier set by set. Something like 15 or 20 reps just to get started. The attachment I wanted is being used, and then the machine I wanted is being used. But some of this is just operating on the fly and making the best of what you got available to you. And really, this is just kind of the warm-up, so it's not the most important movement of the day, so I can sub something else in. All right, remember kids, this is something that needs to be talked about more often. When you're in the gym, you need to practice safe sets. That means wrapping it up, using protection, so that you don't get hurt or hurt somebody that you care about. So when you're in the gym, practice safe sets, wrap it up. It's arm day, so might as well have on a tank top. Pink is the vibe for today. I should have brought my pink hat. Get all this awesome vegan gear from one2savemany.com. All right, now we're ready. Now we're ready. It's gonna be similar to the last exercise. We do a couple light sets just to warm up, get some blood in the muscles, get a pump going, and then we'll do a couple heavier sets, and then we'll move on to some supersets for both biceps and triceps at the same time. In a couple minutes, you'll be able to see that amino asylum monster pump start to really kick in. There will be a solid number of veins that were not here when we started. This isn't super hard or super heavy. I am just mentally putting as much blood into my biceps as I can for the first couple sets, then we'll go heavier. So, I'm just in my head right now. I'm thinking, what are you doing? What's important with your life? And Sean had said, we're doing 200 videos. So I don't know exactly what video this is going to be, but if you're starting here and we are going to do 200, you're going to get to watch a pretty cool journey. Both what I'm able to bring to the table, hopefully you're taking something away from this, learning something, believing in yourself. We're going to get to 200, and I think we'll probably fly way past that goal. But I'm very much in the moment right now, realizing this is the start of something new, and I'm very appreciative for it. So thank you, Sean, and let's do this. Warm up is done, so next sets will actually be going pretty heavy. I'm sure to match my tummy. I'm gonna see if this is a temporary thing. I like tweaked my wrist somehow. I think I got excited and tried to lift a little too fast. Just be careful while you train, guys. Listen to your body. So I'm taking each set a little bit slower now, just to make sure. This is how I do it. If I feel an injury in the gym, I'll rest a little bit. This is just my own advice to myself. If it gets any worse, like if my pain goes from a 4 to a 5, call it, you're done. If I'm at a 4 and every set that I go next is still at a 4, then I'm like, okay, it's not getting worse, I can kind of work through it. So this is like a 2, nothing super crazy. If it gets to a 3 on this next set, I'm done with this machine. I'm done with that, I'm moving on. If it stays at a 2, I'll keep working through it a little bit. All right, now that we're pretty sufficiently warmed up, I'll be doing some supersets going back and forth from triceps to biceps. Guys, so last superset for arms. We're gonna do some lying, we call them dumbbell skull crushers or tricep extensions, and then we're gonna immediately get up and get into alternating hammer curls. I don't know if you saw that or not, but about halfway through the extensions, I had my feet out really far because I thought that felt comfortable. But about halfway through, something told me, nah, pull your feet back in. So if that happens to you, and then once you pull them in, you're like, oh, I feel stronger here, that's where you should have started. So for my next set, I'm gonna go ahead and start and have my feet locked back in. So that's something I notice with my clients. I'll watch their feet or their grip set up and it'll change mid-set, and I'll ask them which one felt more comfortable. And it's almost always the one you change to, because if you were comfortable at the start, you wouldn't have switched to the other one. So just something to think about, to prioritize and optimize your training. So if you can't tell, I have relatively dark skin. So I dated in the past 2 Cuban women, not at the same time. Both their families are like, where are you from? Like, oh, I'm from Florida. They're like, no. Like, where's your family from? And I'm like, Florida. And they're like, no, like culturally. Where are you from culturally? I was like, oh, my mom is like from Irish and Scottish descent. And I should be about as white as my shoes. But I do a lot of tanning. So my skin is really dark. I look like a different race, but I should be about as white as Casper the Ghost. So if anybody's wondering, I'm not Mexican, I'm not Spanish, I'm South America. I'm pretty boring and white, but I'm trying to be a bodybuilder that's changing size and race. We're working on it. I like to say last set, best set. Doesn't matter how the rest of them went, it's your last one, make it your best one. It's not that hard. And if you're not sweating on the machine, probably not training hard enough. I get my hair done, so what's left of it. I mean, no offense. I hope I don't piss anybody off. I know for a lot of people, the 10 commandments really matter. But for me, I feel like there's the 3 commandments. You got be kind, eat plants, and lift heavy. All right, if you've made it this far, we've just finished the training session. I'm about to hop in the shower. If you want to see that, go ahead and subscribe to my OnlyFans. I'm just kidding, I don't have an OnlyFans. But if you've made it this far and you want it, put it in the comments below. I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out some of the other videos on the channel. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so that we can stay in touch. Thank you, and have the best day ever.